particularly Iboga?
Well, about about 5 years ago, I became deeply disillusioned with the way that I was living my life. I was overworking myself, and work and career was my top priority for several years. I want to say for at least a decade, at the expense of everything else, at the expense of family, at the expense of friends, at the expense of my own internal life. And about 5 years ago, I reached a point where I started experiencing night terrors. They were not nightmares, but it was just the sense of impending death. And that, of course, was a big red flag for me to just to let me know that I had to change something in my life. And somehow I just felt that I had to start meditating. So that was step one for me in terms of this journey. I started meditating, doing transcendental meditation. I've been doing that for about 5 years. Once in the morning, once in the evening, and that was immediately a tremendous gift. So those night terrors went away. They went away immediately after I started meditating. And it was upon my experiences with transcendental meditation that I became acutely aware of an underlying reality, or I should say, an underlying harmony in the place, in the space, and in the time that we live. And shortly thereafter, I started learning about medicine plants such as ayahuasca. When I found out that ayahuasca has the potential to transform your own relationship with your own death, that I thought, sign me up, because that's one of those things that I need to address, just my fear of my own mortality and inexistence. And so I had my first ayahuasca experiences, for which I'm extremely grateful. They were extremely powerful, and it definitely delivered in terms of helping me be with, give space to my own mortality. And it was an extremely profound experience. And shortly thereafter, it was in reading Daniel Pinchbeck's book by the name of Breaking Open the Head. He recounts his experiences with a variety of medicine plants, including Iboga. And that was the very first place where I learned about Iboga. And I learned, of course, that it's a medicine plant. It's a root that comes from Africa. And when I learned about the dynamic of Iboga, I became extremely interested. Just the sheer intensity of the experience, the length of the experience, and then again that it has the capacity, the potential to help you explore your own fears. That drew me to Iboga, and that's why I came to IbogaQuest. Yeah.
In the brief period since your ceremony, can you determine that the experience has been beneficial?
Absolutely, absolutely. So I arrived here, I don't know, maybe 6 days ago, and the experience ever since I got here to IbogaQuest has been absolutely phenomenal. It's been extremely positive, extremely nurturing, and safe and protected. So the experience has been beneficial because there has been structure throughout the experience over the course of multiple days, but it also feels very fluid. So and that's just, of course, scratching the surface. If I go straight into the actual ceremony, it was, needless to say, it was an extremely profound, extremely profound. I would refer to it as a rite of passage. It was not easy. In my case, it was about 20 hours of full-blown, very intense experience. But at the same time, because of the context and the space that was created by the IbogaQuest team, I was able to fully let go, relax, surrender, and feel safe. Feel safe into this quest, and definitely it's given me the opportunity to explore the things that I wanted to explore within my own psyche and within my own spirit. So it's been very beneficial.
So, what would you like to say regarding the ceremonial component?
Absolutely. The ceremonial component for me was absolutely crucial. Then again, because of my prior experience with other plant medicines such as ayahuasca and San Pedro, in those experiences, I learned that the creation of a safe and protected, airtight, so to speak, space for the ceremony is extremely important. I mean, I could tell it in myself whether I was uneasy or at peace with those experiences, depending on how well the ceremony had been conducted. And for me, even though I knew that there was a ceremonial component to IbogaQuest, and that was one of the main reasons why I chose IbogaQuest. Even though I knew that, of course, I didn't know with a lot of detail what to expect. I just knew that the ceremonial component was there. I just didn't know the details, and I was extremely positively surprised. It was a beautiful experience. I mean, I participated in I don't know 14 ayahuasca experiences and a variety of San Pedro experiences, and hands down, the ceremony that is conducted here at IbogaQuest is the most powerful and the most genuine ceremony that I have experienced. And so, as afraid as I was going into the actual taking of the medicine plant, just knowing right there, it's an hour, it's T minus 1 hour. And of course, there's a lot of anxiety, at least in my case. I had the anticipation. But over the course of that time, that's when a very important aspect of the ceremony was conducted. And I was just blown away. I was blown away by the integrity of the IbogaQuest team conducting the ceremony, and the knowledgeability as to how to go about creating the sacred space. And to me, literally, after that 1 hour of opening that sacred space, I felt completely at ease, and I was able to fully relax into the experience. So extremely important for me.
Did IbogaQuest provide the set and setting you had hoped and anticipated?
Absolutely, yes. I would say that it actually surpassed my expectations in terms of providing a very positive set and setting. Then again, coming into IbogaQuest, I didn't really know exactly what to expect, but I had some baseline or some general expectations, and I can confirm that the set and setting provided by the IbogaQuest staff was, I would use the word airtight. It was extremely safe, and that was for me so important to, as I was going through the difficult moments of my actual experience over the course of those 20 hours. I am convinced that such a great start with the ceremony was fundamental for me to, every time I was going through those crises, I would literally just focus on my heart and take very long, deep breaths and relax into the difficulty of the experience. Whereas normally, of course, as human beings, every time we experience something adverse or scary, we tend to contract and push away. I know that doesn't work anymore, not with Iboga or with real life, and so that's why I was very mindfully trying to stay present and very mindfully trying to go back to my heart, and it really, really worked. After just relaxing into that difficulty, I would literally feel good, even though just 15 seconds prior I was feeling terrified. And then again, just going back to that place of safety that was created through the set and setting by the IbogaQuest team, I was able to fully relax into the experience.
Is there any particular comment that you would like to uh, leave us with that might be of help to someone else who's considering doing Ibogaine or Iboga?
Sure, I would say that well, first and foremost, if you're considering Iboga or Ibogaine, as part of your journey, I would definitely encourage you to do a lot of research. This is definitely not an easy experience to go through, and it should be taken with a lot of respect and with a lot of honor. I mean, it's an honor to be part of such a sacred communion, just to put it in some way. In my case, I did my research, and I was convinced that IbogaQuest was the right choice for me. Then again, for a variety of reasons, IbogaQuest has been established for a number of years now, so it has a very, very positive reputation, very consistently positive reputation. In my case, I even had the referral of a friend of mine, and that, of course, that's important. So you know that when a dear friend of yours tells you that you can trust this and you can trust them, then that's very powerful. And so then again, do your research. Make sure you know why you're doing this. And then again, in my case specifically to IbogaQuest, I couldn't be more grateful. It's the care that you are given at IbogaQuest by the entire staff is immaculate. I mean, they treat you like a newborn, so to speak, because in a way you kind of are. You're going through a long process of transformation, and so they treat you as such, and you can feel the genuine care that the team has for you and everyone else who chooses to be part of this journey.